Hi, welcome back to the Green Onion. Again, my name is Jay. Hope you all are doing very, very well. For today's topic, we're going to be discussing stress. So that is something that is very prevalent in all of our lives. And we now live in a world, in a society where there's an abundance of stress coming from a lot of different sources. Things like social acceptance, even trying to maintain body image. It can be over your health or loved one's health, work-related stress, financial stress, just pain in general. There can be many, many different outlets or different sources of stress, and it can become very, very difficult to deal with all that. It becomes overwhelming. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to discuss this today, because even myself, I've been through quite a few different experiences in my time, and have had different reactions to different forms of stress. For just one example, recently, having a work-related situation that caused a great deal of stress, and maybe to some it would seem fairly insignificant, but to me it was important, and it actually caused me to have physical manifestations because of being exposed to it. Now, this can happen to virtually anyone, and eventually it will, because your body can and mind can only take so much. Just imagine, going outside and picking up one of those branches from a tree that just fell on the ground, and you grab it and just kind of bend and bend and bend and bend and bend and bend, and eventually it breaks. That's the same thing that happens figuratively within our bodies, within our minds. We can only handle so much. A good example of some of the things that can actually occur from prolonged exposure to stress. And now I'm not talking about sort of these one-off sort of situations where you have one kind of minor stressor that happens, and you overcome and then you're fine again. I'm talking about those things that are kind of day-to-day life stressors that can really start to build up over time, and if you don't manage them, can have a very real impact. So some of those kind of physical and emotional, mental sort of conditions that can occur because of it would be ranging from eye issues, because it does build up. Extra pressure in the eyes can lead to blurry vision issues. Thyroid downregulation, so that can cause some degree of concerns there, especially if you're already struggling, say, with some form of weight loss. That can be difficult. Inflammatory responses, very real inflammatory responses that can range from joint pain. It can even lead to very serious conditions like heart disease, rheumatoid arthritis, things like that. Digestive issues, because it actually slows the motility of the gut. Emotional problems, so ranging from anywhere between depression, anxiety, anger, physical relations to that, like lethargy. You just feel like you just have no energy left because you've just been beat down for so long, basically fighting against these forces. Other things that can occur as a result can be things like even sexual dysfunction, which can lead to even more stress. So if you have, say, work-related stressors and maybe financial stressors, and then all of a sudden you're starting to have some form of sexual dysfunction as a result of too much stress there, it can start to get out of control, where you possibly may even need some help. But another big one, so one that happens every time to everyone after a stressful event, and especially over a prolonged period of time, is a heavy release of a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol can actually cause quite a bit of damage. It can cause some damage to heart, organs, even damage within the mind. It can cause like a cellular death to the cells within the hippocampus, which is an area where you have memory function, one of the areas. And that can lead to eventual other issues, other conditions. So they're seeing a direct relation between prolonged stress and depression, possibly leading to other things as well, like dementia, Alzheimer's, things like that. But not only that, one of the things that makes it very difficult for people with body image stress especially is cortisol. Because what that does is it kind of puts you into a survival mode. Makes it difficult for you to lose weight, because what the body wants to do at that point is store fat to actually help keep you alive. Because the bodies are, for the most part, very, very intelligent, and they're just trying to look out for our best interest. Not realizing that, we also are stressing out about losing that weight. It doesn't work that way. So it's just the body's kind of autonomic systems that kick in to try and help keep you surviving due to this stressful event or ongoing stressful events. So a big thing that we want to do is try to find ways to release some of this. Take that, turn the valve on that pressure, release a little bit of that pressure off, make things a little bit more manageable. And there's several tactics, tons really, that can range anywhere from just going out and taking a walk, getting in some fresh air into the house, socializing, for some that can be very big, that can actually just take a load off, talking about some of those things that are bothering you to the people that you trust and love, can be huge. To others, it can actually cause some extra stress, because maybe due to social anxiety. That's quite possible. Then there's other things like exercise. Maybe you would really enjoy exercise, and that in turn has a pretty big impact on your mental well-being as well, due to the kind of chemicals and hormones that it stirs up. Very, very good at breaking stress. Now, also, again, if you're somebody that stresses out about having to do, say, a workout, or having to try and put yourself through something like lifting weights, then that's not necessarily going to be the right tactic to take. You're going to want to do something that works for you to bring down that stress level first, and then maybe, for your own health and benefit, to doing some kind of form of exercise, sure. But first, you want to kind of maintain your overall well-being by trying to bring that level down. So that could be just some simple activity. It could be a sport that you like, engaging in that. It can be video games. It can be writing, reading, yoga, meditation. Meditation can be very, very good. It's something that you can do for yourself, self-guided, working through relaxing every muscle group from head to toe. Getting guided meditation tapes or CDs can actually be very helpful as well. You can find one that can work very, very well. But these are just a few, tactics that can help get you into a better state of mind and help to manage that load, because that really is, like a very big burden. On top of your actual day-to-day challenges, you have this almost weight of the world on your shoulders, because you have so much of the stress from so many different areas. And we really need to look at doing what we can, especially in today's world, to maintain a better state of mental health. And by doing so, it's going to help to maintain a better state of physical health too, to some degree. What I'd love to hear from you guys, though, is just some things that, kind of get under your skin as well. And then what you do to overcome. Because really, there's going to be so many other tactics out there that work really well for certain people. And if we have a nice variety of things that people can try, maybe one thing won't work, but other things will, because there is no one-size-fits-all approach to fixing a problem. So please, by all means, share your trials and your triumphs, please, in either the comments on the video or on the Facebook page. Just mention a few things there, and we can have a discussion about that and just kind of go over, because I'm sure anybody reading that would greatly appreciate it. Again, my name is Jay. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen today, and I want to also wish you the best of the rest of the day and year as well. Lots of love. Bye for now.